All right, solutions and graphs of equations. Still lesson 3, example 4. A student has a savings account with $475 in it. She deposits $125 of her paycheck into the account every week. Well then, she's got a pretty solid paycheck, I'll say that. Her goal is to save $7,000 for college. So we know our account has 75 in it, or 475 in it, excuse me. And we know that she is adding to it every week. And her goal is 7,000. How much will be in the account after 3 weeks? So I want to kind of represent this using a table. So the goal of this lesson is kind of see how solutions can exist in a graph, in a table of values, and a equation. So our input here is going to be time, or weeks, and then our output is going to be our amount in the account. All right, so time, let's see. She's starting out with $475. So that's 0 weeks. At 0 weeks, she's already got $475 in the account. After 1 week, she's adding $125 to it each time. So that would be $600. After 2 weeks, she's adding $125 to it. So that would be $725. And after 3 weeks, we add another $125, and she is at $850. So how much would be in the account after 3 weeks? $850. So every week we go up on this input column. We then went up $125 on the output column. So how long will it take before she reaches $1,350 or $1,350 in her account? I want you to pause this video and complete this table and see if you can figure that out. All right, so let's see, after 4 weeks, so we're still continuing with this pattern here of adding 125, she would be at $975, and then she would be at $1,100, and then she would be at $1,250. Oh, excuse me, that's a mistake. $1,225, and then she would be at $1,350. Oh, so after 7 weeks, she reaches that dollar amount. So now it says, write an equation that represents the relationship between the dollar amount in her account and the number of weeks of savings. So we'll call dollar amount T for total amount in her account, and then we will call number of weeks W. So the total amount in the account comes from, we started with $475, so that was already there, and then we just began adding $125 to each value. Well, if you want to represent repeated addition, you can do that as multiplication. So what would we multiply by? 125 by the number of weeks. And so now we have this equation, 125W plus 475 equals T. So how long is it going to take her to reach her goal? So let's back up and talk about some input-output. We've got our input variable here, which was W, weeks. So that was the left side of the table. We've got our output value here, the amount in the account, or the total amount, and that's going to be the right side of the table, input-output. So here, I want her to reach her goal of 7,000. So I'm going to change my output to 7,000 and solve. So 125W plus 475 equals 7,000. So we'll subtract 475, and then we'll have 125W equals 6,525, and then we're going to divide by 125. So W equals 52.2. So it says, how long will it take her to reach her goal? Well, are we going to say 52.2 weeks? No, we would say after 52 weeks. So just making sure we interpret the context of that problem correctly. Always writing out our answer, not just leaving it like this. And notice in this sentence that answers the question here, part D, I mention an input, 52 weeks, and an output, $7,000 total.